Sorry guys. Thank you everyone that has noted it. This is the Simpit. I'm Ichihoya. Welcome to today's edition of new content here on iRacing in the Formula Renault 3.5. Good evening everyone here in Europe. Good morning to you guys over there in America. And probably good night to you people there in Australia. Anyway, iRacing has changed the circuit during the week 13. So the iRacing Formula 3.5 Championship now available here at Spa-Francorchamps, and I guess we still have to wait a minute or two until the registration opens for the new session. So anyway, here we are. Just showing the little picture right here. We got another like 4 or 5 races because right here at the top it says to facilitate all members promotions at the end of the season and season switchover, there will be no session scheduled between 200.00 and 24.00 GMT today, which is about 4 hours ago to go. So anyway, I got voice of an angel. Are you sure, Devon? I don't think so. Anyway, we just wait to get into one of these practice sessions, and you know, I of course could enter into a random session right now, but I probably would miss the point to register for the actual race then. So there we go. That's why we wait just for another second. Generally talking about the new Formula Renault 3.5, I already mentioned that to my understanding the car feels some sort of similar to the Formula 2.0, and not similar in terms of the overall car, but similar in terms of the specific characteristics. So the 2.0 likes dancing on the rear, likes being difficult to catch in the rear, and I think the Formula Renault 3.5 just does exactly the same. It has more aero, it has more power, definitely. It goes quicker. I think in general it's harder to handle. But yeah, that is just how I see it so far. So, good evening here, everyone. Ros Watford, thank you for joining. You'll like the new Formula 3 car with the send you sent me, okay? Yeah, we'll give the Formula 3 car a go, that's for sure. So Devon, you've also heard that it's like the Formula Renault 2.0, but it wants to kill you on throttle even more. I can agree with that. I can very much agree with that. And I hope finally there we are. So, this session is now up for registration. So, here we go. Load. Preparing the session, and then we go straight into it. And it's probably not going to be the easiest one for doing some setup work right here. Since Spa-Francorchamps then is a very long track to cover the distance. And I will already try to get the system sounds a little lower so you guys don't get killed your ears the first time we sit into the car. But just the sim needs starting beforehand. Anyway, you guys feel free to get into discussion about the new content. Do you like it? Don't you like it? Would you recommend to get it? That is pretty much what I'm interested into it. Oh dear. So Devon, I have no idea how the Pro Mazda compares to all these cars, but I can tell you that the Formula 3.5, the moment I drove it, wanted to kill someone really badly in the rear end. And we probably have to see whether we can overcome that problem setup-wise, or whether it's just the nature of the car. Well, Altaman, Sven, you will have a go into seeing whether you want to have that sim or not want to have it right today. As we are back here, a lot of people there joined in. So we look at the garage, and we definitely go with lower downforce here, since Spa-Francorchamps is quite a low downforce track to my understanding, which means looking at the drivetrain, we definitely need a gear that is able to do the 300 kph. Also want to go a little longer in the 5th. Want to go a little longer in the 4th. Let's have a look whether we can use that. Also, we want to have the pedal. I like to have it linear rather than in an S shape. So pedal setting 1 has an S shape that emulates a typical butterfly style throttle control, and setting 3 has a linear engine torque mapping to throttle position. So 50% throttle means 50% of max torque. I will keep it 1 for now, but I guess I will raise it up. Beyond that, I want to have a good long push rod, so the ride height at the rear is going up, so we have a little bit of a rate going on. What is a push rod for the front? I think that might be fixed. So anyway, we just go and see where we end up. Damn, forgot some minor setting. Hold on. As for iRacing, I'm now used to set it on 900. All that redialing in the wheel makes me sick. And speeding in the pit makes the black flags sick, as it has been waved pretty heavily for us. So, better go out the pit limiter then.
Car approaching, watch your mirrors.
Also, I think you can use the DRS here everywhere. Oh dear. So the jump between 3rd and 4th is really, really huge. Guess what? 6 gears too long. So we immediately go back to work and go with a lower. Do we really go with a lower? Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. To be all honest with you, chaps, we want to have a quite long gearbox anyway. So 1st gear up to 2nd is going to be a huge drop. That's probably even too big. So 4th a little shorter. There we go. Once again, this Formula Renault is missing the perfect middle stone. So we go 289. That sounds about right. Aero. I want to go a little lower with the fronts. So let's have a look how that things is panning out now. Car felt like missing a little bit of grip during, especially on the front end during Eau Rouge.
Track's clear. Push, push, push. Right side's clear. Car left. Clear left.
Let's see if we can perform a pass then straight away. Gearbox looks better. Can open DRS already.
Left side. Clear left.
Yeah, we got low downforce at the front. Oops, should remember that. So even if you lock up the front, which I do quite heavily here, the car likes to spin in the rear. Let's see how Fouhon is going to be. To be all fair, we're missing front end grip. contact. Okay, so back to the pits, increasing that front wing again. So go more front wing on the chassis side of life. Let's have a look what we can say. So we have left rear, left right. You have rebound stiffness. I want the rear to be yeah, to keep the weight a little bit and to get it early, so the bump stiffness definitely needs to be lowered. With a softer spring rate, you should make the car more handy to drive. At the front though, we have a little ARB preload, quite stiff front spring, and I think here at Spa you need a lower front spring. The push rod length, that is what actually manages. Okay, so you can get quite low there, so that might be also a point where we lose out a lot of pace. Right tire is too low right here, so the push rod now are much more adjusted. That means the car is now having insane rake. Let's see how this pans out. Yeah, Ben, it is actually more tail happy than the Formula 3.5 at R Factor 2.
Take care, rejoin him.
But maybe with a better rake, the car is now producing more grip over the diffuser. This could well be. As Pujol, no, not Pujol, but Eau Rouge is definitely nice. DRS is wide open. Let's see if we close it. We're still gaining 270. Much more enhanced grip there on the front, but yeah, it is quite aggressive there. Still locking up the front. That's when you will be fine. They will host you a server pretty soon, and then you guys be ready to prepare for the next race. I feel that the car was constant sliding in the first part of a route of Pujol. And probably if one of the car is, oops, the car is probably still understeery in its overall balance, despite we kind of dropped it hard here on the curve. Let's have a look whether we can have a go, have a see. Came around there and then just hit the AstroTurf. We bottomed out very much on that curve, so better don't touch it. So this is only to calculate the balance, and I have no idea what the right height is at which speed and whatsoever. We keep the rear wing as this is quite fine so far. The brake pressure,
The leader has just done a
get it a little lower. And the bump stiffness, I want the little weight that's coming from the front to go good over the stiffness, to go good on the front axis, and I want to have the weight stay there as well, which means in addition we go up 2 clicks more with a bump stiffness, as we really need the car to still rotate when being on throttle there. What you mean there with a clutch play? I have sadly no idea how that works, Twiggy, so if you want to give me some insight on that, I would appreciate.
There's traffic behind.
Also, welcome to the stream, F1 and YTK. Thank you once again for that mashup of the F1 theme by Brian Taylor to be used in the intro. I appreciate that very much. Might actually be grinding a lot through a Rouge, so not sure if the lowest setting is the way to go here. Hey Filio, how are you doing, buddy? Rivage is a bitch. No name corner, too hard over these curbs. Gonna look forward to them F1. Keep up the job. Oh rip. Okay, don't do that. More clutch plate is more lock force. That will help with the twitch when you're going on throttle. Okay. So we're gonna have a look at the drivetrain. Clutch plates, I got 8 right now. Clutch plates multiply the amount of locking the differential can create. 4 plates have twice the locking effort compared to 2 plates. 6 plates have 3 times the locking effort compared to 2 plates, and 1.5 as much as 4 plates. Yeah, that makes sense, so it's linear. So it is quite locked already, to be honest. Okay, 2 more. Is that 2 clicks more, or is it 2? Let's get it to 12 and see how it behaves. Yep. So there is another 10 minutes, guys. If you want to be in that session, just watch out for the 13th week of the Formula Renault 3.5 Championship, and subscribe to the race, and then you're gonna be racing together with me in one of these splits.
There's traffic behind. Keep your wits about you.
Arising right now.
Car left. Clear left.
Our car is bending quite. For God's sake, you're very not allowed to. You know what? The car is sitting way too low. The car should not get jumping around every single time we go over a curb. So we're gonna increase the push rod again. Make the front end a little softer on the ARB side.
Pit exit's clear.
Oh, speeding in pits. Oh, was too early there. Car likes incredibly easy to lock up the front. Holy shit. That goes so quick. Got not the best of iRacing performance right here, to be fair. So a lot of lagging and stuff.
Disengage limiter. Right side's clear. There's a car behind. Take care, rejoin him.
Filio, there are a lot of good open wheel mods on our Factor 2 still. You got, you had a chance testing some of these? That looks a lot better right now. Also enhanced top speed, less grinding, DRS wide open. Can we do a move? Not really. And I don't think we have dirty air effect right here. It's more like we've been way too quick here. Alright, the best probably is right now to just do some laps. I feel like the car really wants to snap on us into full haul.
Car right. Clear right.
He was so quick in the corners though. Whoever that was. Hey Brendan, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Do I have input lag? Slightest, if any. So people are doing 57s. I've no idea what I'll be able to do. That was damn lucky.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
0.6 of the pace. And this was not even a too bad turn 1, which is basically, well, sector 1 is nothing else but straight in turn 1. And I don't feel like having the biggest aero anyway. So Filio then, as Sven already said, iRacing looks to be your game, looks to be your sim of choice.
Sector 2 is 1.6
As iRacing, there is a race every 2 hours in the same car on the same track for an entire week, and all your results get summed up. You will get an equivalent of points, and after 12 weeks, the best 8 results are counting. And then you're kinda racing in a league anyway. It's just not an official organized league. It's just an internal ACR not ACR, iRacing competition. That is doing the calculation job as well. So let's see, 2 minutes, .2.
B15.
Oh dear. Either the setup is incredibly bad, or it's the drive in itself. Can there as many cars as you want in iRacing? In a lobby I think it's limited to 40, and in the split it depends on the series, like the VRS GT Sprint Series is 30 is the maximum. So ARB is pretty stiff as well. Oh. Brake master cylinders convert foot pedal force into hydraulic brake line pressure, so that's some kind of okay. I need to learn that setup stuff too much. So it is 3 more minutes until we go into the lobby of people doing 58s. I'm a P15. I mean, I'm not that last, but
Car approaching, watch your mirrors.
I should at least be into the 59s. Let's see if the Rouge can be done DRS wide open, which I kind of doubt. Would be mind-blowing if it is. It becomes loose and twitchy, but you can do it. Also, people most likely open up the DRS where possible, which is something I didn't do yet. Well, I can't even do a corner right. So you lost the rear end, and then the tires are immediately lit and sliding around. Standard for iRacing tire model. Once you're in a slide, you need to make it stop full and then be not sliding for 2 or 3 seconds until the tire temperatures are in the suitable range again. Trigger, you got a setup to share or what? Sadly, this lap would not count anyway. I'm not even sure if DRS works good or right, because I do not feel any real difference of DRS open or not open apart from less downforce in the rear. There is no high-speed surplus.
The leader's just done a 157.70.
157.70. Let's see what we can do though. DRS opener. Fingers crossed we survive a Rouge. 42 people in registered here. Only just survived it. Despite we lowered the rake, we're losing out. Yeah, we're losing out on
15th place.
straight line speed.
Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
Wow. Just lost it again. Just lost it again. And look, that is how quick rear tire temperature is fine already. But if you overdo it and you're sliding it around, you got 0 chance of catching it. Oh, nice glitch. Okay, let's go through the messages while loading into the race session there. So Max, you are, I think, trying to explain how this braking cylinder things work. So there are 2 cylinders close to the brake bias setting. These cylinders have 3 settings, measures, and they decide the hydraulic pressure of the braking pedal. One is for the front, the other one is from the rear. Baseline got them the smallest measure, so when you touch the brakes they go almost full lock already. Trail braking is almost impossible like this, so you just click them all the way to the right and you'll find some nice deep brakes to jailbrake into the top. So the copyright of that is Matteo Coppola Neri. I take that as an advice. Okay, so DRS takes some tactics. Fair enough. Yep, so 10. I very much agree with that. So, I definitely go up with a rake again then, because for some reason it felt to be faster and quicker. So the cylinder, we go all to the right, did you say? Well, the bigger the cylinder is, yeah, the less braking performance they have. That makes sense when looking at the brake bias number. Drivetrain, we leave it. Tires and aero. Guys, I have no idea if the things I'm doing here right here is any good.
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 29 Celsius.
So the low downforce. The low downforce is a bigger jump than the mid downforce. Oh yes, it is. Maybe that is part of the story. There's still time to warm up, I think so. So 1 minute and 40, let's see how that pans out.
Pit exit's clear.
But at least I have one go into Rouge on the Combe. Oh yeah, that is low downforce, definitely indeed. quickly see if we can lower these things and be fine. How long we got? We need 40 seconds. 48. Sounds good. If we don't get the result I'm looking for, which is a car that goes through Rouge, we're gonna set that back real quick. Let's see. No, simply not enough downforce there on the rear. Sorry. Sorry. It's not like I wanted to be there where I was. Okay, that means chassis aero, we go back with mid downforce and 16 degree, that is what we had. Maybe 15. Life is about racing. Hey there, buddy. How you doing? Hope you're doing fine. Hope you're doing well. So I haven't had the brake test check, but oh well. We're getting ready for setting up the grid. So get ready for the grid. What was our fuel? 40 liters of... Oh, that is way far not enough. Come on. Lewis. Just made it on the grid, it seems. We're starting in 7th.
The track temp is 29 Celsius, 15 laps. Okay, Michael, are you ready? Watch for the lights. 3, let's go, let's go. Car left, clear left.
Yeah, had to lift, otherwise massive crash.
Left side. Still there. Clear left.
No, too quick, way too quick, quick.
Perfect start, mate. This is great.
They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gain.
Well, gonna have some fun from the back then.
Car right. Clear right.
As long as we can stay on the grid.
Car right. Clear right. Car right. Still there. Clear right. Right side. Clear right.
I don't know what kind of OP sets you need to make this car drive happily. As you know, I very much disagree with the way to set up a killing car in order to be quick. I mean, a car can be sort of difficult to drive or loosey in the rear end, but if it needs to be so loosey that you can lose it everywhere. Not sure I really would like that fun. Anyway.
Car left. Clear left.
Go right.
What's up, Marco? Thank you very much for subscribing.
Now, come on, you can salvage something here.
Don't try. catch a slide while still being on throttle. Okay, P17 that is then. Let's see what we can do from the back, as we have clean air now it seems. Yeah, well, some might say it's the driving, the next might say it's the setup. I have basically no idea what is the real source of the issue. Like, surely my driving has not been perfect, but you know, the car understeers into death,
Track limits.
which I'm pretty sure if Antoine Higuelin is watching, he would agree with, saying the car is way too understeery, and the next moment it wants to kill you again. So there you are. Hey there, Michael Clark, how you doing, buddy? Hey JT. I've been doing sim racing for 13 years now.
The lead is spinning now.
I'm not sure if the setup is undrivable. I just think it's just me being too stupid to drive it, really. As we're coming around. Oh, and I need to at least...
P15.
Go right.
On the right. Still there. Hold your line. Sorry mate, I didn't catch that. He's still there, so you're right.
Oh, this is a field of death right now. As we set DRS wide open.
Left side. Clear left.
Just have another off track, so we do not even know what our personal best will be. Oh.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 5.0 seconds.
Someone lost it there. P15. What? We do have a laser scanned version of Spa in our Factor 2? Do we? Or are they planning to bring that out?
Watch those track limits. You're pulling away from the guy behind. The gap's now 7.6 seconds.
I'm just waiting to put that car into a massive wall. I said to yeah.
Slow car on the right. Go left.
Car like to snap pretty much. Alright, I will contact Sim Racing 604 for that matter. Thank you very much indeed. It was a nice move.
On your right. Right side's clear. Come on, Michael. Nicely done.
Hey there, number 7 Hull. How you doing, buddy? And yeah, the conversion to R Factor 2 comes out of the Assetto Corsa.
4.9 seconds.
I'm very well aware of that. think I'm also turning the wheel way too much. Okay, so back towards Francochamps. Kenny, no, my real life job is not sim racing yet. However, I created a business, given yeah, some kind of driving academy, some sim racing academy. So I give driving lessons, and gonna teach you how you can improve your drive and how you can improve your setup skills. That is what I do as a side job. A real job I'm doing is being subsidy manager, so a consultancy company for businesses.
That lap was a 2:02.73. You're a second off the pace in sector 1.
I played Assetto Corsa there, JT. Yeah, I did. I'm not playing it too much, but I definitely play Assetto Corsa Competizione a lot. That is what I definitely do. I do like Assetto Corsa Competizione. I think it is a great sim coming up there. In what condition did you run the 201.5? Nearly spinning was probably the better solution in that public pile-up anyway. Sorry. Sorry there. That was my one. Is there really dirty air? Not too much, to be fair. I hear you. So look at how quick he's pulling away in the corners there. Over a full second of gap right now. He's a sitting duck on the straights though. Some maximum wing attached, it seems. Also, second gear seems to be more stable than the first, obviously. 10 laps to go. I think I'm slightly getting the drift and getting a chance to get ahead of the game. Also, Twiggy, do you know where I can see how much DRS laps I got left? Or how much DRS openings?
Increased to 9.2.
Because I can't see it here. Oh, DRS lap 6 it says on the dash. Let's see if that is openings or DRS laps. That is actually openings. Okay, fair enough. Now I understood that as well. I think I'm very much turning too hard on the wheel. No, don't go wide, come on. Turn around. So unlike in the GTE or the GT3s, the corner before that one, heading into the third sector is incredibly important right now, as this is the corner you carry all the speed with into the final sector of the circuit. I have no idea what my heading is right now, probably towards 201 point something. Stick it in second now, just to see the effect. Coming across the line at a 2.2.0.
That was a 2:02.01.
Too much much hesitation there on the throttle. Yep, I do understand so, Triggy, thank you. Also found the number on the display of the dash. Oh, don't spin.
Watch those track limits, we don't want a penalty.
Fuck me. Once again, once this car is in a slot, you simply some sort of cannot catch it.
The gap in front is now 16 seconds.
So a Kilodrum Aero 201.5 is definitely a decent lap. That is sort of my optimal right now, of which I do not believe I can get it done in the remaining 7 laps we got. So 72, I have no idea what 72 Fahrenheit track is, but right now we got 30 degrees, that might actually be default weather, so can someone check it, what 30 degrees centigrade track temperature is in Fahrenheit? Or is that 96? By the way, thank you very much with the hint for the brakes. Brakes feel a lot better now, a lot more accessible.
You're pulling away. The gap behind is now 10 seconds.
Turn around. Slide it too much there. I'm not going to get lower than that, at least not by a lot. So looking at the standings, we are in P5 actually, of course miles away from the lead after several spins, but top 5 is no bad. Opponent right ahead of us. So I'm starting to get in touch with the car, starting to get along with it. 21.7.
P3, that's half distance. Should be about 8 laps remaining on this tank. You've just done a 201.77.
Okay, 32 degrees, 89.6, so I think my conditions are a little bit warmer than yours. And that is another frequency. Oh, we are third right now. I found interesting the equipment of Wave Italy, the impetus pedals, obviously the direct drive wheelbase from Fanatec. What else was there interesting? There was an interesting feature for a rolling chair biro seat I do have, where you could attach some kind of rig towards the back of the chair and then put a solid direct drive wheel on it and load cell pedals and so you could adjust your rolling bi-road chairs. It's been used as an office chair and when needed as a racing chair as well. That was quite interesting.
Gaining on the guy in front. The gap is 12 seconds. He's pretty slow into turn 13.
Oh, don't get killed on that curb. Slow in, fast out. Stay straight and look at the time gain if you just get that corner some sort of right. So that was interesting equipment. Beyond that, the shitload of triples being used there. Ben Clausen, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you very much indeed. Appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy it. As we're coming around, final 2 turns, a bus stop chicane. Can we go personal best? 0.8 of a second. Look, where's the improvement going to be? A 2:00.9.
Last lap was at 2:00.9.
Yeah. Only just made it around there. So, yeah, most of the time missing is definitely coming from driving. We got 15 seconds gap to the lead now, so it seems like the leaders have crashed out. Oh, interesting, Twiggy, that you say it, because I found the Heusinkfeld pedals, if you push them too hard, the load cell is some sort of snapping, because there were Heusinkfeld load cells attached on the R-Factor 2 rig, as far as I'm aware. And once you broke late and you wanted to maximize the brake pressure, and you put in too hard on those load cells, they some sort of snapped, and then suddenly the pedal went through, you know, the pedal went just flat to the floor. Which I felt was being wrong as a brake pedal, you know. They should never have a point where they some sort of get easy to be pushed. I might be wrong though. As I'm having a lot of fun with that car right here. So let's see if I can get a even better exit into the final sector.
The gap's now 12 seconds.
Yes, we did.
Into turn 13.
So actually, I'm not sure whether we really reeling this guy ahead.
That lap was at 2:03.90.
We've got 4 DRS laps left. We still will need them if we come close towards the other guys at the front, just by chance. You never know what's going to happen. Yeah, maybe we're just spinning out again. Don't say that. So we're gaining on Michael indeed. And I think if we can get everything right, we might have a chance on the final lap. And then we continue racing here in the Formula 3.5 around Spa. Feel free to join us as we're heading straight into the next practice session for a good 20 minutes. Before we then race the car again around here.
10 seconds. He's slow into the coupe.
So Twiggy, since we're talking about pedals, would you recommend load cell brakes or hydraulic brakes? Because the Simpit is getting out a review on hydraulic brake system, and I'm kinda eager to see how that works, to be fair.
Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace.
First gear, don't use it. So that is the second place gone for good then. Look at that, I've just lost 7.5 seconds in that spin. And the gap is now 16.5, so we were gaining, but not gaining anymore. Now I opened DRS by accident just from going over the line. But DRS is pretty non-existent, to be fair. I don't think it really works any good here.
No, Michael, come on, track limits.
So Twiggy, you're definitely gonna recommend hoising felts? And Max, you're right about the turn being a bit slippery. That could just be a little bit more pointy. So let's see whether we can do some work on the suspension there. As we have many more laps to go, so 3 more. 15.3 seconds, and we're gaining back on our mistake, but it's just not enough. Would have needed to gain 2.5 seconds a lap anyway. Should definitely stop using that first gear here. As inviting as it is to be used, the second gear is definitely doing the job. 15 seconds to the guy ahead now. We're gonna slow down.
Track limits.
Happy to just not have to give a damn about track limits right now.
P3.
If we can put the car into some kind of controlled drift, it is kinda okay-ish. But keeping that drift control, that is a different task then. Because the borderline between overdoing it and just getting it right is so thin. The car definitely has more aerodynamic grip as the Formula Renault 2.0, because I think the Formula Renault 2.0 is only on the steering boat, and this 3.5 definitely feels better than the 2.0 as far as I remember it. It is just very aggressive in the rear end. Once it goes, it's more or less gone. Seems like I have to get rid of the Wave Italy pedal from my list then. To be fair, I would need to do a lot of research anyway. But the factor about the
2 laps left, come on, you're looking good for a podium.
you don't need to clean the potentiometers and stuff, because everything is in a load cell. That quite of makes sense.
The gap ahead is now 12 seconds.
Sim sprint paddles, what are these? Where do they come from? 12.2 seconds on the gap. The gap is decreasing. Okay, what do you suggest then there, Twiggy? As I'm starting to really enjoy that Formula 3.5. around here. Despite all off tracks.
Oh, Michael, track limits, come on.
I definitely want to have one, some kind of Formula 1 rim with a lot of dials and buttons and joysticks on it. And might actually get a GT wheel as well for GT driving. Not sure though, because I'm a friend of using everything for everything, and using one thing for everything. That is, I'm a big fan of that, to be fair. Despite I can see the fact, or I can see the point that this is not always working to the very best.
It's pretty slow into XL.
10 seconds, the gap is... I think we're approaching the white flag lap now.
One more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium.
The gap to behind, car behind is now 20 seconds to us. That's sufficient. I'm still losing out on Jean-Baptiste. I think Jean-Baptiste though is an experienced Formula 3.2, 2.0 driver. Two laps of fuel, so we're over fuel a little, which is no biggie. We're gonna adjust that for the next run. And I might actually increase the front wing a bit, just to get a better turn in, as we're about to maybe set the personal best towards the end of that race. Can we do it? Would be great. Something to really race for, but I think the job is done right now. So I think bus stop will decide on the fact whether we can beat our personal best or not. We have two DRS openings left, so DRS is wide open now. Let's see what it does on the back straight. 200, 300, 400, 500. Let's see how quick we can go through bus stop. Personal best incoming, yes it does! A 22.9 again.
Well done, Michael. Great drive. That's
Sorry,
a
not
podium.
20, 2 minutes flat, 0.9. We're third. That is a podium, actually. So, it's not too bad. I finally get into the rhythm with that car, which is great to see from my point of view. Because the first appearance, I actually did not like the car at all whatsoever. So anyway, means we're going to be quitting that session, going into the next one, do more fiddling on the set. We had a good 5 liters to spare, which means we can reduct 2.5 out of the next one, out of the next run. So unsubscribing from that run and heading straight forward into the next. So all this kind of activity keeps going on. And while loading into the game, I will have another cup of coffee. I'm gonna do another advertising, as we have a special program coming on again. So on Wednesday, I will have another guided driving lesson together with Alterman, which is Sven Leben. We're going to drive the LMP2 around Daytona road course on R Factor 2. As this marks the next venue in his racing calendar in January. So we're gonna get on with the practice, and you guys are gonna get shown a copy of it. What are we doing in those guided driving lessons? So if you guys have some issues with a specific car, with a specific track, want to get quicker, want to get faster, want to get an hour or 75 minutes of coaching, or an hour and 75 minutes of some educational discussion or some setup analysis and stuff, feel free to contact me, simracing@michi-hoyer.com. That is my new email address for those kind of lessons and those kind of sessions. And if you'll be interested in it, get into the talks with me. I'm happy to answer all sort of questions. And also, since Ultraman is around, you can probably it's better you ask him, because he did it together with me, and he is absolutely aware of what is the benefit to him and what could be the benefit to you as well. And with that being said, the coffee is running through my machine. What else is going on this week? It is the mid-Wednesday of December coming up. That means Assetto Corsa Competizione, the pre-beta or the pre-release beta access number 4 is coming up on Wednesday. Since I got that appointment with Sven on Wednesday already, I'm not going to stream that one on Wednesday, but I'm going to do it probably on a Thursday. So whatever, definitely gonna do a stream about the new Assetto Corsa Competizione build. I think they released Monza, if I understood it right, back then when the Simpit was live with his morning show. But definitely need to have a look at this as well. So that is going on. Beyond that, maybe have also some driving in the LMP2 car around Sepang, which is the next track of mine in the VEC. So already do some installation laps right there straight away. Be prepared. So here we go. Working furthermore on the set. The front downforce 42.61. I take it 16 degrees again. Beyond that, let's see what else could we try to do on the setup right here. I think if the ARB is a little more changing the anti-roll bar rate equates to a change of the ARB diameter, stiff or soft. More ARB rate is more oversteer. The ARBs are listed in order from stiffest at the very top to softest. Okay, we are on that one, so that is softer. Could make the car a little bit more happy in the corners, especially with increasing the camber. Oh dear, Dennis, you really sure we want to do it? Let me see. So, teammate of mine, Dennis Jordan, as he was just putting in the name Discord, he has sent me a setup for the Formula Renault 3.5. Dennis, am I allowed to share it live and show it on screen? Because right now I'm just putting it down into the folders, but I don't want to show anything you don't want to be seen. Setups. Formula Renault 3.5. Because I'm kind of interested in how it really goes and how it really wants to drive. But before that, I'm trying out my own settings here real quick. Okay, so I'm allowed to show it, but beforehand, I'm going to go with the own real quick.
All clear, push now.
So we're now in a session with 24 degrees. So that should be surely sub 2 minutes. And the car is a lot more oversteering now, of course. Brandon, actually I did. But I haven't spoken about it publicly just yet. But I was thinking about doing a questions and answers stream Probably looking towards Christmas, between Christmas and New Year. I think that is when most of the people might be free. Also do a little survey beforehand with the Patreon program, guys, so we have some quick questions being listed that we were talking about, and I think that would be a suitable way to go. So I will probably do an announcement stream with the question and answer, and in the description you can find some sort of how to get your questions in, and then we're gonna go through them topic by topic. We might end up sitting here talking and laughing about hours and hours and hours, so keep it out of the wall. Go away from the track. So we got 15 more minutes to test. And no offense, Dennis, I want to see what my creation of setup is able to do for me right now. And then of course I will give your setup a try and do some comparison to it. Leader's put in a 202.1. Don't go too far over the left-hand side of this curb, or of this rouge, as that makes the car go fly away.
Sector 1 time is good.
Car is a lot less tail, well, a lot more tail happy, as it likes to spin very much. Wow, that is just Formula Renault 3.5 at its best, I guess. I don't know, or bad driving at its best, whatever. That car is so tail happy. You know, despite the other race we would have been quite slow, I felt more or less comfortable on the car once I somehow figured out what it likes, what it dislikes. Well, that little change, and one click up in the front wing at the front and then a softer rear anti-roll bar, made this car an unbelievable bitch in the comp. So have to do 2 laps at least to see the full effect. But we keep in mind 1.4 seconds. That is what we lost during the slide, during the off track. I'm not even sure whether the lap time gets noted down. Sort of, so a 201.4.
P2. They're going behind. It's just
so if you would have done it right,
5.6.
close to a 200.0. Did I get that right? So 3 cars ahead. I'm pretty sure we will be struck by traffic pretty hard here. They will start battling throughout the lap.
Sector 1 time's okay. Clear right.
Fuck me! How did I dodge that? I don't even know. I do not even freaking know. If he's smart and gets the blue flags, he would move over, but he doesn't. I know we're in the practice session and stuff.
Sector 2 is 0.5.
But would have just been lovely of you if you pulled over a little earlier. Thank you. And now I spun it. Dodge are pretty good though. Actually, Michael Clark, that is some sort of ride. It's just not Interlagos anymore. Will be Daytona. So I need to give myself still enough of time to test the setup of Dennis Jordan.
Off the pace. Sector 1 is quick. Sector 2
Hence
is
why
0.5 off the pace.
this will be
Sector
the
3
final
is
try
0.7
to get a good lap together.
206.00.
Yeah, Michael, that is sadly a big thing about those communities. Usually in VEC you're not allowed to stream either, as far as I'm concerned, as you cannot stay on the server. However, I got a special agreement with the guys to be allowed to stream the full race, which I'm very happy about. Turn around, half throttle, gives it good stability, no name corner, that looks fine as well. Are we on the verge to ditch into the 59s then? As I get more and more happy with the car overall, more and more practice with it.
Sector 2 time is good.
Please, no spins ahead. Ah, looks good. No DRS to be used in order to keep both lap times comparable. Bus stop chicane, oh, that was fluid. 0.7 of a second improvement, and we go into a 159.4.
Your quickest overall. You're currently 2.1
Okay.
seconds quicker than second. That was 159.41. Sector 3 time is quick.
Yeah, Twiggy, I definitely don't forget to save this setup. So we're gonna save it as Michi Hoyer Spa 13th week. As I'm not sure whether the car is going to be tweaked or not. And then we're going to look at my setups, open the other one, and it has 42.0 Dennis, that setup is close to being default, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, also Altamon, thank you very much for your feedback and your positive feedback here on the guided driving lessons, and also on your honour to your victory. On my honour to your victory. That means a lot to me, and clearly would like to thank you for the opportunity. For myself also to see how much of an advantage it can be what I do. Thank you also, Michael Clark, for your ideas and your countless support. Dennis, first impression of your set, I like it. Rip. Nose rip. So I need to go again. Boop, boop. And here we go again. Practice.
The guy behind has just done a 201.23.
I just want to get one start considerably right.
Watch your mirrors.
So I'm gonna do some test starts in the warm-up session before we actually go racing. Wanna pull them out on the Camel Straight. Maybe short shifting is also a possibility to get that car turning while accelerating out of the corners. Get it turning but not spinning. I'm very interested in that answer there, Twiggy.
You're going the wrong way.
No, I don't. Just trying to get myself out of the danger zone.
Go left.
Go left, we're left. Alright, Dennis, it's judgment time. Got 2 laps to set a better lap time than mine with your setup. Goes better through a Rouge, no doubt, as it is quicker up the hill.
Sector 1 is quick.
Driving error. Gives me 4.5 10, and maybe also some bodywork damage.
Sector 2 is 0.45 off the pace.
Oh, Twiggy. I think the second gear is a tiny bit too short for my liking.
That last lap was zone 2 minutes. Sector 3 times okay.
Not beyond that. All feels good. Yeah, especially on a long straight, it's a lot quicker. Like a 10.5. Like really a lot.
Sector 1 time is good.
It is a little bit poor around Le Com, but that might be just due to the lower aero balance on the front, of which I'm quite sure it gives a lot of stability though on the other hand. Don't drive him away. I mean, okay, there's yellow flag, I should have slowed down, but okay, my fault. That was, I mean, look at that billiard stuff. Brilliant, isn't it?
Guy behind has just done a 2.
So yeah, Michael, definitely gonna go forwards with the let me see. So the right height is a lot lower of your setup there, especially at the front. I'm tempted, really tempted to put it to 15 just to have the very same aero, and gonna take your setup out for a drive there, Dennis, and then we see where we're gonna end up. Yeah, that was a proper punt. Hey Danielle, I like it was 100% hitting curve, 100% hitting ratio. So going to the next race, and I'm gonna have a look how to really start that car quick. So gonna do several test starts with a clutch. The fuel level you dialed in now is probably meant for making me finish without spinning too much. So thank you very much indeed for that, Dennis. Yeah, also once again, big shout out to Ben Clausen for the €25 donation here. So Ben Clausen is the other guy, the other customer of mine that has taken one of those guided driving lessons as he was coming from Need for Speed, going into R Factor 2, discovering and exploring a total different type of driving experience, and he really did really well. Brendan, there is a launch control. Are you serious? I'm starting it with the clutch all the time. Controls, traction control, arm unassigned. There, traction control. Hit speed limiter starter. TC arm. Just get it, that one. A traction control. Is the traction. What? Oh lol. Okay, launch limit on.
The track temperature's rising. It's now 23 Celsius.
So what this thing is basically doing.
All clear. Push now.
Okay, let me see how this works. Danielle, at the minute, yes, I'm only doing the Renault 3.5 right now because the Formula 3 is right now at the track I do not own. Okay, so... So best way to start the car probably is given half a way of gas, and then put off some sort of launch control. Can adjust the launch control RPM point. Okay, let's have a look. That means we go garage, chassis, drivetrain, RPM launch. This is the setting for the launch assist in the car control. Override launch RPM allows the driver to select the RPM maximum during a standing start. This can control aggressiveness on the throttle and reduce the wheel spin during a start. Rev override is available in neutral and first gear only. Once armed, go to the control tabs in the options and traction control arm toggle. Okay, let's see what is maximum, what is minimum. Okay, trying to remember that sound. Damn, not enough time. Chassis launch 6. Alright, Altaman, thank you so much. See you there, bye bye. Okay, that launch limit is pretty much up. So we probably go with 5, as this is, where is the launch limit? There we go, 5. Okay, grid, here we go, we're starting in 15th, relative, no, not relative, you guys need standing, as a relative is up there. We put the ref launch limit on.
The track temp is 23 Celsius, P15. Heads up, we're going green. Go, nail it. We've just been given a stop go penalty.
Very true. As we fucked up the start completely. Oh, there is so much carnage.
Car left. Hold your line, clear left.
Okay, that's the way to do it. Get in the slipstream.
You've got 3 laps to serve this penalty.
Okay, 3 laps. We're simply gonna go for now. Rip.
Car right. Clear right. Left side. Clear left.
So from 15 to 3 in the sector. Awesome. Just reminds me of Malaysia back then a few years. Oh, stop and go penalty. Good God, no. No refueling, no replacement of them tires.
Alright, Michael, don't let this guy distract you.
Ah, Martin Kroenke. Guess who's leading? It's not him. Wow. Dennis, I can refer to your law fatal law. Just sweeping by. Seriously? That setup is brilliant. I had not even DRS enabled.
You're looking really good, come on, keep your focus. P2. We've got 2 laps left to come in and serve this penalty. Car right. Hold your line, right side's clear.
Rip. Get out of the way. It should show us the meatball, to be honest. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, pumped my rear. Sorry. Sorry. This is...
You still need to serve your penalty.
Then yeah, it could be that the wheel is clipping a bit. I agree. Ah, okay. We go towing. No, we don't go towing. We go as the meatball is pointless anyway. You're right, I get a quick repair. And on the other hand though, guys, I will stop racing probably into lap 5 or 6 or something, as we then have the chance to hop into a new race and start all over again, just for the sake of it. So right now I have done a change to the aerodynamics, so I'm trying to get used to it.
204.00.
To get used to it on this race right now, and see what we can have just fun wise, as the towing is another minute and 40. That means we will get right out into traffic, the traffic that is just passing us right now. I could put down the minimum force of the G29, of course.
The leader's pitting now.
Leader's pitting now. I saw someone else doing or having issues with penalties due to jump starting. The start was a little bitch though, like those red lights stayed on forever. Okay, so we're just waiting. No fuel, no replace. So we're gonna come right out behind Barry Aarons. Of course you're joking a little bit there, Michael Clark, but actually this is not entirely wrong, you know. So definitely is a sound effect of it from the clipping. Put a limiter on. Put launch limit on. Select first.
There's traffic behind, keep your wits about you. The leader has just done a 201.93. The fastest lap for Suarez, 201.86.
Well, this is the leaders behind, is it? Yes, it is.
The gap ahead is now 7.0 seconds.
Yep. Twiggy, you should have noticed the voice when we were doing Formula 1 2018 career mode. Like, that clipping noise was just so biblical all the way, so I turned down the effects now in the game. So I'm pulling away from the leader, but I'm 2 laps down. So I'm just gonna go a little further for fun. Next session is coming up in 15 minutes already, so that means we're gonna do 4 or 5 laps here before heading over to the next one. I just told you, gonna get a little bit sweaty out here with more racing in the F3.5. Strength of field 3.2k, you would not expect it, but yeah, with Martin Franke in the split, that is how this strength of field comes together. Yeah, I'm not worried about it either, although I do know that too much rattling and too much forces of the force feedback can make the centering spring or the centering sensor to become unmounted. And then you need to open the entire wheel, the entire case to refix it. That's definitely something I don't want to have, or I don't want to deal with. Sweeping by.
in front. The gap is 4.9 seconds.
Is the guy in front actually want to race for position? I think it is. Oh, I just passed him. So we can still have a lot of fun. Need to check something in the in-car adjustments. Front brakes far too way, too much at the front.
The guy behind's really anyway. The gap's now 3.2 seconds.
That feels better. Immediately we go into the green area of the lap time.
Watch those track limits or we'll get a penalty.
I used 1 on my personal set, but the set I got from Dennis from my team, he is using 3, and I'm on the opinion that 3 is the better one to use, as it is linear. And I understand a throttle should be linear, not like butterfly shaped.
Alright Michael, don't think about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex. P15.
So Triggy, I'm very sure you can tell me all the kind of surpluses a direct drive wheel has over anything else in a list. I'd be happy to have a little more private conversation with you after the streams. So guys, stay tuned. It just takes another 10 minutes until we park this car and sign up for a new session. Yeah, rear tyre is lit and then it's rip.
We've gone outside track limits. Come on, keep it between the lines. Blue flag.
So that is the leader. That is second place. Just gonna let them by, probably to re-overtake them at some point. In all fairness, the car feels very good. However, probably should stick with front wing 14. Although I'd really like to race the 15 front wing because it is just... it feels better, you know? Like, look at the speed surplus still. Here we go, slipstream. The draft is sick.
Car right. Still there. Blue flag. Still there. Clear right.
Alright. See you there, Ben.
Blue
And I
flag.
look forward to seeing you back here. Once again, thank you very much on the donation as we power slided out of turn 1. And so Hartlow goes in our slipstream, so let's see whether he can come up and do a move on us and see how the draft is really pulling him in. I'm sure he has DRS wide open. Here he comes for the overtake. Look at that draft. That is sick.
Right side's clear. The gap behind is now 12 seconds.
Wow, how did he not spin out while sitting on that curb? Is that dirty air effect now? Seems like. It's kind of hard to feel actually, but I can see it on the lap timer. As compared to a clean air lap, when we're losing some time here. be a bold move
Oh,
into
Michael, come on, track limits.
bus stop, I guess.
On your left.
This is
Clear left.
seriously?
Blue flag.
You're coming off the track and put me in the grass like nuts.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Despite our need to be lapped, have your eyes open. Can't pretend like I'm not here, otherwise we just have a Verstappen or Con if I don't go into the grass. Okay, let's try an open DRS move through Eau Rouge. Oh shit, I'm gonna run in his back before I even go through Eau Rouge.
Car left. Still there. Clear left. Car right. Clear right. Come on, track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Wow. So to keep the spin catched, he just hit the brakes. I'm not really sure what to say. Look how he's sliding on the curb and then hits the brakes. Well, that caught me entirely off guard. Anyway, I'm gonna unsubscribe from that session to subscribe to the new one. So there we go. So the only thing I really have to mourn about with the setup at all is that it is a bit twitchy over those curbs. And I might actually, let me see, might actually have a look at the anti-roll bar and see how that is set up, especially in the back. May do it a click softer and then be good for racing again. So what you need to know about this launch control is, or as far as I'm aware, as far as I noticed it right there, you need to assign it, so there is some kind of ref limiter being built in. Then you need to go off and go away from the line, and while going off the line you need to then disable that limiter again, otherwise, or you have to short shift it into second, which I think when going straight and trying to have maximum power on the grid you don't want to do. So you need to enable it, do the starting once you're off the clutch, disable the ref limiter, and then you're good to go. Gonna do that a little bit more in practice mode now before we go in doing it in racing mode again. This will also mark our last race for tonight, as we are about to do something else still. So let's hope we can bring that to a good finish. Yeah, Twiggy, so do I. To be fair, so do I. So let's have a look. It is the softest already. Ugh. That is not really what I hoped for, and the front one is pretty stiff. Okay, so to the rebound, a click softer, so the weight goes further quicker at the back. And that is literally everything I can set right here. You know what, I'm gonna sacrifice the actual speed by it and take 14 degrees, but I'm going to increase the right height just a bit. That is an interesting thing. I definitely need a motherboard that is big enough to cover all the USBs. Just out of
That's a new fastest lap
curiosity,
for Laurent, 202.22.
so Twiggy, do you actually use a USB 3.0, or is it all 2.0 in terms of the boost? Look who's in second,
Clear.
and look who's in first. Graham Carroll and Bono Ruiz. So, two A-class drivers here from Team Redline. Quickly gonna manage them after I did my first practice start right here down beside the track, or even before that. So, launch limiter on, first gear engaged. Let me go off the racing line a bit more. Clutch engaged. Not very easy, to be fair. Once again, clutch limiter on. That is sort of how you can get going. Oh, put it on. Hey John. All connected to USB 3.0. Okay, fair enough. But the only reason why I'm asking, many of those USB ports or USB cable connectors are not able to deal with 3.0s as long as they are meant to be for 2.0s, so to say. Well, Twiggy, you definitely got the right machine. Let's put it this way. Okay, I give myself a lap to get in. Green Hell Driver there from Twitch. Thank you very much for joining. I'm doing good so far. How are you doing? Like the new content here on iRacing? We have Patrick Saul. We just let him go. As he's in the Milt 7. Nice livery here. The Benetton Renault style.
Left side. He's still there. On the left. The leader's just done 2:00.4.
So Graham Cale 159.0. Good thing to see is I had the same optimal that he had right now, but this has nothing to say. Peter, thank you very much for your feedback. That also is very much appreciated and actually helps getting the show in the right direction. So thank you very much for your feedback. Also feel free to leave comments on the sessions and the tutorials below. So once again, Peter, it wasn't me. Thank you very much indeed. Either of us what that was, sorry. Yep, Gary, that is absolutely right. And for that reason, could you not run into my back, please? Despite I take off the throttle here, but I will go on. That is the way you do it.
You got a slow car on the right. You got a slow car on the right.
Okay, race is ready to go, so we swap over in the warm-up session and see how much fun we're gonna have with that. I basically hope to be a little bit more placed in the back on the grid, as this will enable us to have a little bit more fun and maybe get that one out again. So maybe we have a reason to cheer in the end. I some kind forget about that GIF once it's need to be pressed manually, but definitely want to get out a little bit more of fun. Tomorrow we might have another episode of F1 2018. Maybe also have the first iRacing race of the week in either VRS, IMSA, maybe in the FR 3.5. Okay, so we also take... I can tell you why that is. Because stupid Michi has forgot to turn down the volume of this sequence. There we go. Now that should be way improved. Thanks for noticing. Thanks for reminding. So, Jean Baptiste, he must have pulled over in the other race. Hold on. He was the winner of the race we finished. Bastien Remise. Oh, no. No Bono Ruiz, no Graham Carroll. Too bad. So we're in a number 11. Is that our starting position? It could well be. Anyway, warm up. How much time left in the warm up?
Exit's clear. Push.
So I don't want to touch the wall. To be fair, I'm going to take more fuel with me. As I think I had something over or something left, but
Track temps increasing. It's now 24 Celsius.
definitely don't want to run out of fuel, so I take 42.5 just to make sure we don't have to book for fuel.
Track's clear. Push, push, push.
Also guys, if you like what you see, please hit that like button, share and subscribe to the channels. Support the Simpit Picture channel as well as my own one, as you are able to watch this content live from both ends, and would appreciate to see you guys more often here. Also, if you want that little gift to be played, that one, then make sure you subscribe, and you will get that give a go. As I like that sound pretty much. The little cling bim and this cheering gif. I'm trying to, well, to be fair, I would love to have more gifs on it, but I'm not looking for something like very theatralic, so I'm not going to sit down in front of a camera and record a couple of gifs. On the other hand though, I should make a crashing gif for someone that raids or hosts me on Twitch. I'll see it crash and bumps into my stream. Anyway, that is just out of curiosity. So we open DRS on our way to Blanchimont, go into the slipstream. Can we do Blanchimont in the slipstream full throttle with open DRS? Yes, we can. 6 gears way too short.
Car right, clear right. Right side. Still there. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Right side's clear.
Ooh, sorry. Shit. Is that the CPU you're talking about? AMD's? I think Michael Clark is very much a fan of those AMD CPUs. Alright, we indeed start as 11th, which I'm very fine with. Fuel is set. So we go sit on the grid. And hopefully have some huge fun right here. So look at the standings, put in P11. We enable the launch limit. Oh, this is going to be huge fun. Actually, we're sitting on the right hand side, which is pretty good. And it says we need to fuel. Oh dear.
15 laps.
No.
The air temp is 22
No.
Celsius.
Why does it...
Okay,
Come
Michael, get ready.
on. Okay, ultimate challenge. So we go dead last, 23rd. Let's see where we can end up.
All clear. Push now.
So first spot, second spot, another one on. Oh, fuck
Terrible
me.
start, mate, for the race in Romeo.
That is survival challenge at its best, guys. So no idea where we are. We might end up just in the top 20 again. And sum up the field from the very back. The car's definitely settled and more balanced than before, as we were going for.
On the right. Can't stop on the right.
I stopped on the right. Another crash. As we were going not as aggressive on the aero setting.
Car right. Clear right. Car left. He's still there. Clear left.
I'm sorry guys, I do not mean this with a lot of disrespect, not at all. But right now it feels like the pursuit challenge of F1 2018 season, where the other cars are like sitting in a lower spec, in a lower spec car, and you have to drive around them. Absolutely no offense to the guys in these cars. Please note that. So I accidentally made this a challenge. Where can we come from the pits?
E9.
What? We are 9th! So we started 11th, missed the start, went from pits, P23, and we're 9th right now.
The gap in front is now 1.5
Wow.
seconds.
I can see 8th coming towards us very soon.
The gap to Gutierrez behind is increasing. It's now 1.5 seconds. Left side, clear left. Sweet pass, mate.
Someone's going wide there, there's always potential for a crash. And I think after those 3 ahead, we got a long period of nothing. That would...
Can't stop on the left. Go right.
Someone is sideways there. Oh, guys. Or is he? Gone for good. So the top guys, 16.5 seconds ahead. What kind of bump was that then? So sitting in P5 now.
It's just done a 201.42. Okay, Michael, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. Great driving, keep it up, P5.
You got a slow car on the right.
Gaining on the guy in front, the gap is 0.40. Still there. Clear left. Good pass. Now keep pushing. Clear right. Clear right.
Don't
Clear
hit
right.
me.
Clear right. Clear right.
Clear on the right.
Would have been too good, wouldn't have been. Now I'm thinking for stopping for repairs
Watch the track limits. We'll get a penalty if we don't.
because that car is broken pretty much, and I want to avoid the towing. So no refuel, no tyre replacement.
Car stopped again.
Don't be intimidated. Keep them behind you.
Oh fuck me!
Car right. Right side's clear. Oh, Michael. Track limits.
At
Come
least
on.
get into some
Just on
slipstream.
2:00.1. Don't let him get away. The guy in front is Gutierrez.
So box. Just for the sake of it. Turn.
Watch your speed limit in the pits. You got plenty of fuel.
How's the fast repair working? I just stop and be good to go again?
Box in 5.
Is that it? Yeah. Probably waited too long, never mind.
Pit exit's clear.
Okay, so we're back in 6th. With 40 seconds of gap to the leading guys. P4 is the only thing still in reach, if I'm really honest.
The gap to Baptiste ahead is now 6.9 seconds.
And even that is a huge stretch now. Stay on the track. We're gonna have a look at the relative then. Next car ahead is Baptiste, 7.2 seconds. And he was the race winner of the other session, so he's surely gonna be quick. Let's say we are still heading for a P5. And I would be happy with that, really. By the way, 8 DRS laps you got, I think just more than 50%. Or just around 50% of DRS race laps has been DRS laps then. Or DRS openings, not laps, openings. But guys, since this is going to be the last race of the day, I would like to thank you very much for hopping in on showing all the support and being with me for the last 2 hours. It was huge fun, it was a huge pleasure, and I hope you guys somewhat enjoyed it too. Hopefully you also got a little help on the decision whether you want to get the Formula Renault 3.5. As meanwhile I'm going better and better with it, as I'm usually an open wheel or Formula type car driver. Just as I said, the car needs a lot of dialing in. Kilogram Mario, no problem whatsoever, I appreciate being helpful here. And be very grateful for that opportunity to give you guys the possibility to do something educational. As we're coming around, actually the R Factor 2 car is, once set up, it's easier to drive because you do understand them tyres. So it has massive aerodynamics, just like the R Factor 2 car. The only real difference between the two is how you understand the tyres, how the R Factor 2 car has been able to be catched when sliding, which is still somewhat possible. I think the R Factor 2 car is in general more loose in the rear than the iRacing car, but once the iRacing car starts sliding around, the R Factor 2 car is still being catchable, as we put in the 59.4.
Focus on the exits, we can go faster here. P6, that was 159.45.
You know what guys, tomorrow I'm going to take out the Formula 3.5, Formula Renault 3.5 and R Factor 2 around Spa, and compare lap times, compare drivability, have a real back-to-back test. Yeah. I mean, this Formula 3.5 compared to R Factor 2 is a lot more understeery in general. But as you see right now, catching the slide here is kind of difficult. But yeah, you have to turn the wheel a lot more than an R Factor 2. Also, that depends on the steering rate you're using. But this iRacing car definitely feels more understeery in general. So you're trying to put that car more into a turn. Whereas I remember on R Factor 2 you tried to turn the wheel only at the slightest, because if you do it too much, you're simply gonna spin out from overturning the wheel, because it has so much more front end grip in R Factor 2. If that makes some sort of sense. And yeah, of course, whatever Renault 3.5 you like, all depends on your preferable sim, I guess. Are we gaining on anyone, by the way? So we're 6th now. Oh, we just got another 8 laps to go. Are we gaining on anyone? So Bastien is going away together with Pascal. Also Derek is going away from us. We're reeling in Timothy, I guess. He's the one to catch for us in that position where we're in right now.
The gap to Reed ahead is now 11 seconds.
That is something that would never happen on R-Factor 2, the way it does here. If you leave off the throttle and step on the brakes, the R-Factor 2 car spins it around. I think Suzuki Cizzale even can tell you a big story about that. As we keep reducing the off tracks.
About track limits.
One car ahead, car stop on the right.
I've no idea about the Fox on LFS. I do have LFS, I think. Yeah, car contact. Screws over hard though. On even DRS lap here to stay in front. Hopefully no damages on the car. Chris pulls out. And yeah, of course we lost valuable time to read. I'm not very sure whether I have a chance getting him. One more mistake and I'm definitely done. Is it the Formula Formula BMW?
89.92.
Fox.
Gap to
I think that is also
now,
included in the
11
demo
seconds.
version of LFS. Solid that apart from turn 1 incident. 11 seconds. Hey George, how you doing, buddy? Oh, thank you Twiggy for noticing. What I did back then at LFS in the demo version is I joined them servers, crash party servers, with a rally cross or the racing cross circuit. So
That's halfway. We estimate 6 laps
with a
of fuel
muddy
left.
part
That
for the
last lap
rally
was
car
at
style
2:01.27.
party. We were sitting on the crash service trying to finish a 2-lap race with the Formula BMW over the muddy circuit as well, trying to dodge the people crashing. It was so much fun. Some people got mad at us for keeping on dodging them, and their only real target was to at least hit us once and spin us around. It was like so much fun, just for the sake of it, you know. Sitting in those crash servers not to be crashed. Sounds weird, but definitely was what we did there. I haven't paid attention though on LFS in the past few years, so I'm not quite sure what they are doing right now. Whether they still exist and work on it, but I think I can see some
6th place
messages on that in the chat right there. Off track.
Oh, Michael, come on, track limits.
So we have an optimal for a 58.6 in those conditions. We're gaining in on reads.
Now 9.7 seconds.
We need to stop doing those silly mistakes. There are 610 plus just for no reason. seconds still. No. This car is such a bitch, man. Another 8/10 gone just for nothing. You go on the gas and once it's just a little wheel spin, you simply can't catch it and keep going. How is this payment system of Life for Speed? Is it a license you have to buy like an iRacing, or is it a one-time buy license like R-Factor 2? Already felt that slide coming. Got 6 more laps. So still chances to get Reed.
Oh, Michael, track limits, come on.
Happily we don't need to take care about the track limits. Might be worth having a look into it. It was interesting to find out that this sim was the only sim I remember where you can break your gearbox from misusing it. That was good to see. Back then I just didn't understand how it worked, but today I do. Right, 7.5 seconds until we reach to Reed, so we gain 2 seconds an hour. Bad lap though. Sounds like a good try then. Yeah, okay, not the gearbox, but the clutch. That was what we killed.
You've got about 4 laps of fuel left.
5 laps to go. Solid turn 1. Catch all the speed. Baptista's dropped out, so that puts us into 5th. Closer to Reed.
Okay, Michael, the next car is Reed. There's a chance for a podium.
So I think some of them guys just simply pulling out to enter the next race, as the result does not count here anyway. So we started from pits, we had to do a fast repair, and still we're on a good way to, yeah, would be possibly finish up in the top 5. So a new fast lap for us at 1:59.3.
This is great. Come on, keep nailing those exits. P4. We estimate 3 laps of fuel left. The fastest lap.
This is so much fun right now.
You're reeling. Reed. The gap's now 3.8 seconds.
Don't go wide. We definitely do have a target now to race for. As we're spamming off tracks obviously, but who cares? So nice, on, so fluid, so quick. Okay, I start to enjoy this car more than I thought it would be. And still people will probably say I'm damn slow because the car is too understeery or something. In before I crash just because of that.
Lines, I will get a penalty.
So 4 more laps. Well, actually 3 more laps. All I do know is we're coming closer towards Reed.
Only 2 more laps of fuel.
Fuck, we need to save fuel.
The captain, Reed, ahead is now 2.8 seconds.
Let's see if we can at least get him then. We're on economy run. Gap is 2 seconds. Definitely do need DRS laps now, or DRS openings. We need to minimize the damage of the fuel. Being sure the fuel, it's that white flag lap that comes up now. No, 2 more laps to go. So we need to save more fuel during this lap now. Just another
2 laps left. We think you'll be out of fuel on the next lap.
fair enough. Just got it right. Gunnar H, thank you so much for your subscription. Thank you very much indeed for that. Welcome to the show. Welcome to that way. So the economy run, 2 laps to go, including that one. Gap to the car ahead was 1.3, so we're still gaining on him. Up to half-road power available, we need to do lift and coast quite heavily. So we're here, fourth, lifting, coasting. This is not fun, but it's good practice. Once this happens in a real race, well, not that it would be good in any case. To the slipstream we go here.
Limits, come on.
Another DRS opening, so we've got 2 more DRS openings done.
You're reeling, Reed in.
We're coming close to him, which is great. Not going to make a move here.
This is the last lap of fuel.
DRS wide open for a bold move into turn 3. Going up Rouge.
On your right. You're right. 2 litres remaining. Well done, Michael. Nice move, mate.
Keeping the economy run up, guys. Nothing to lose now apart from that position. So we just keep sitting here, saving the fuel, keeping that position. Remaining here. .6, .5, lift, fuel alert, so 50 more seconds of fuel. Where is Reed? Oh, he backed off or spun or something. So we're coming across the line and be third overall with fuel saving. Guys, that was an economy one at its best in the end. Obviously had the opportunity to pull it off. Because, no offense again, but the guys haven't been the quickest around here. Neither have I been. I'm happy to have stabilised the gap to Pascal, who I think was a 4.5k iRating guy. So I'm starting to get in with that car, and I probably will do a comparison to the Formula Renault 3.5 on our Factor 2 tomorrow, also in Spa. So we keep in mind, what did we do? Lap-wise, I think we did 59.3, and the optimum was a 58.6 or something. I would like to jump with you guys into lap 1, as that was so funny, wasn't it? So we hop into chopper and see how that thing went on. And guys, that's gonna be it for me from tonight. Just gonna get you real quick through the first lap, or first couple of corners. It was so fun, really. So I came out of the pits, and then it was like, it felt like a pursuit, really. So here we go, first position, second position, right there, snatching third, going around for fourth, coming up that hill, gaining fifth. That felt like a pursuit, really. So the cars were really broken at that point already. Gary, I would say you definitely need a front aerodynamic balance of around 41 to 42%. That some sort of gives you a good stability or a good turning car. To make it less twitchy, you need to be so gentle on the throttle. I would advise doing some short shifting as well, as this keeps the RPM a little bit down. Remember, it's a V8 engine, so the higher the RPM, the more the power. Beyond that, you need a very soft rear end suspension, I guess. Usually a Formula 1 car, or in general open wheel cars, are set up pretty stiff in the front and pretty soft in the rear, because the front is given the direction, and the rear end, where the engine is, where the tank is, like the entire weight of an open wheel car is more located in the rear rather than the front. Just, you know, look at the car itself and you see where the most mass has been located. So you want to have a soft rear that is able to go in and handle the change of directions. And Twiggy, you're also a very valuable guy when it comes down to to knowledge of setup or knowledge of driving and stuff, feel free to some sort of correct my spellings here. Hold on. Yeah, Twiggy, and also Michael Clark, we're definitely going to do that. Also, we're going to host up a question and answer stream with me where we not do any racing. Maybe we have some racing scenes in the background. I'm not quite sure about that yet, but I will give you guys some sort of how you can file up those questions towards me, and then we can go into talks and talk about sim racing. You get the questions answered you always wanted to know about me. Hey Artem Snovida, I hope I said that right. You need to go into the cam. I'll quickly do it while running here. So you go into cockpit, then you press Alt and F, Control and F12, and then on the right hand side the camera edit opens, and here you can adjust. You can see you can adjust all those things. So I can go fully mad with those settings. So that is how you do it. You need to save car to keep the camera everywhere. Otherwise, it just keeps it for that session, I believe. As we do, as we keep going on in our pursuit here. Sorry, not Alt Artem. It was Control and F12. Control and F12, just as Twiggy said. Alright Twiggy, thank you very much. So anyway guys, that is going to be it from today. Hope you guys tune in during the week as we have more content to be spread out. So tomorrow gonna do that Formula Renault 3.5 comparison to iRacing. And we also gonna do the Assetto Corsa Competizione release number 4, probably on the Thursday. So that is the plan for the week, and I'm gonna send you off with what could have been a very nice overtaking as we were going 3 wide on Camel Straight. Would have been a brilliant pass if I would not have outbroke myself. Look at that 3 wide there, completing the pass way earlier than, yeah, and then it's just slipping wide, and yeah, that was sort of inevitable. Oh, that's alright. And then we go into the barrier anyway. Guys, I would like to thank you so much. Artem, thank you so much for your subscribing. Gonna look forward to seeing you more often here on the streams, and be happy to answer your questions too. Beyond that, guys, I would like to thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for your patience to stay with me all the time. Once again, if you like what you see, guys, hit that like button, share and subscribe. Check out the Patreon program, because the guys from the Patreon program will get the early access to the poll I'm going to do towards a question and answer stream. So if you want to get your questions prioritized, feel free to join that. Beyond that, guys, I would like to thank you so much for making this evening so enjoyable. See you there, Peter. See you there, George. See you there, Twiggy. Goodbye, Ben. And see you there, Michael Clark. All of you guys, thank you very much for your support. Big shout out to Ben Clausen again for that donation, and a massive shout out from Michael Clark for the big donation throughout the entire year 2018. That was a blast, man. Your support is just so great. I'm so grateful for you. Wish you guys all the best. Thank you all very much indeed, and I'm gonna hope to see you back soon. This is the Sim Pit. I'm Itchy Hoyer, and I'll see you guys out on the track.